I'm Tom Happ. I'm really excited to share with you some new details about Axiom Verge 2. Axiom Verge 2 plays a bit different from the original game. Whereas the main character, Trace, used a projectile-based weapon in the first game, Indra's combat style is primarily melee. But brute strength isn't Indra's primary weapon. It is a contest of mind over matter, brains over brawn. Indra's ability to hack enemies and alter their behavior gives her a strong advantage no matter how formidable the enemy. In Axiom Verge 2, it will be possible to complete the game without fighting any of the bosses. I've talked to many people who loved exploring the world of Sudra in Axiom Verge, only to get stuck at a boss they just couldn't get past, and that ended the game experience for them. For players out there who love a good boss fight, they're there for you and will be rewarded for your efforts. But if you prefer to run right past them and keep exploring, that's a completely valid way of experiencing Axiom Verge 2. Axiom Verge 2 will be here before you know it, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone discover all of the mysteries it has to offer. Oh, and one more thing. In addition to PC and Switch, we're excited to announce Axiom Verge 2 is also coming to PlayStation 4 and 5. Hello, I'm Tom Happ, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my upcoming game, Axiom Verge 2. But first, a quick trip down memory lane. For anyone not familiar with the first Axiom Verge, here's a very brief synopsis. The story was a sci-fi adventure in which you play as Trace, a scientist who winds up in the world of Sudra. His mind is preserved by machines, and every time he dies, his memories are transferred into a new, cloned body. It's a love letter to some of my favorite games growing up, including Metroid, Blaster Master, Contra, and many more. When I crafted the story, I made sure to think deeply about the entire universe of Axiom Verge. How did it come to be? How is it related to our world? I ultimately decided to break the full story of the Axiom Verge universe into multiple parts, with multiple perspectives, each intended to be its own game. And now, the next chapter is ready to be revealed. I don't want to spoil things too much, but most of Axiom Verge 2 is set before the events of Axiom Verge 1. But they are each standalone, complementary experiences, so you can play them in either order. In Axiom Verge 2, you play as Indra, the mysterious billionaire behind the worldwide Globe 3 conglomerate. Hiding in Antarctica is what appears to be an ancient, alternate Earth, complete with mountains, lakes, deserts, and the ruins of a civilization. But you get the feeling that something else is lurking just past the fringes of reality, waiting to pull you in. Although Axiom Verge 1 and 2 flesh out different parts of the same overall universe, their mechanics are quite different. The games share the same DNA, and fans of the first game will definitely feel right at home in this one. But make no mistake, this isn't just an iteration of the gameplay you saw in the first game. It is a complementary piece of the overall puzzle that is Axiom Verge. Now, it would be customary in a developer commentary to go into lots of detail about all the new and different mechanics and introduce new enemy types, bosses, and weapons, but I'm really hoping to avoid spoilers here. Even mentioning that there are spoilers is itself a spoiler. But one thing that has not changed is that there are tons of hidden areas for you to explore and mysteries to find. So if you really like the feeling of figuring out deeply hidden secrets, I think you'll love Axiom Verge 2. Be sure to keep an eye out for Axiom Verge 2 when it launches on the Epic Games Store and Nintendo Switch this spring.